David Lammy is quite the fascinating figure, known for spending considerable time fiercely criticizing Donald Trump, occasionally resorting to deeply offensive remarks. However, in today's video, we see him this morning on Sky News taking a completely different stance, appearing to bow down and align himself with the former president. The result? A merciless and very public humiliation that left viewers astonished. We won't just be reacting to this moment, but we'll also delve into the latest headlines from across the country to give you a comprehensive overview of what's unfolding. Before we move on, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and join our rapidly growing community. Every interaction helps us continue providing the content you love, and we wouldn't want you to miss out on any updates or discussions that keep us all informed and engaged. Thank you for tuning in. And now, let's get straight to the details.
Well, I welcome the election of Donald Trump. We look forward to working with Donald Trump at this tough geopolitical moment, recognizing that 77 million people voted for Donald Trump. He got more votes from young people, African Americans, Latinos than the Republican Party have got for some considerable time. We have a special relationship with the United States. It doesn't matter who's in the White House or number 10, and we look forward to working with Donald Trump over the next 4 years. Well, Peter Mandelson is a man of considerable expertise. He's the right man for this moment to be our ambassador. He's been a business secretary, a Northern Ireland secretary. Of course, he's worked in the European Commission, and he brings all of that to bear working as our ambassador in the United States. And of course, he's looking forward to presenting his credentials to Donald Trump.
After this, he was mocked on live television by former Conservative MP Steve Baker. Take a look.
Steve, I know you're just itching to talk about the nauseous performance of the Foreign Secretary, David Lammy, who apparently now is all ready to warmly embrace the next President of the United States.
I'm enjoying it so much because he apparently said that Trump was a neo-Nazi and now he's sucking up
Sociopath.
But he said that the European Research Group, which I led, were worse than Nazis, which was so offensive and so outrageous. And then when he was pressed on it, he doubled down and said he meant it. And then, of course, I saw him in a studio where he was absolutely charming to me. Yeah. So to now see him sucking up to the President of the USA after saying that, it really does give me some joy. I think he's the most ridiculous Foreign Secretary we've ever had. He is a ludicrous man. And I really hope he gets found out and removed.
And yet, number 10 have made it absolutely clear, or Starmer has, I've forgotten which one said it, that he's there right for the duration of this Parliament. Although how you can say that, because you never know what's around the corner. You
never know, but, well, I think any Prime Minister's got to say, well, you know, the future's always hard to predict, and he's there for the foreseeable. But I really feel for officials who have to work with such a man who is such an opportunist and is capable of such enormous volte-face. I mean, to be now sucking up to Trump after everything he said, it's so silly.
He even mocked his hair, his skin colour. I mean, real personal abuse.
And as if people wouldn't notice.
I know.
But Matthew, even J.D. Vance said similar things in the past, and obviously he's now a core part of the Trump team. Do you think Lammy is the worst Foreign Secretary you've ever had?
Well, including Boris Johnson. I don't know about that. You know, I think Boris would cause us huge embarrassment on the world stage and actually, as a serious point, put a woman's life in real danger in Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe. So I'd say he's far worse. Listen, David Lammy's no diplomat, hates the foreign brief, would much rather be London Mayor. I do think it's interesting, however, that Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, did put his confidence in David Lammy, but couldn't find the same words for Rachel Reeves last week. So it's right that you should say that, and, you know, you don't cause any headlines. Obviously forgot that bit last week, so maybe that's a mistake or more purposeful.
Do you think he still wants to be London Mayor? Now he's Foreign Secretary, he's got the world is his oyster rather than a city of a population of 8 or 9 million.
He's never liked it. Any discussions I had with people around him, he's never liked it. He'd much prefer something more domestic. I think he'd be more well-suited, or he'd feel more comfortable in either a justice brief, potentially Home Secretary. How other people would feel about that is another story, but that's where he prefers doing his politics.
In other news today, nearly 1 million savers across the United Kingdom are at risk of facing unexpected tax bills this year, primarily due to rising interest rates. Recent data indicates that an estimated 6.1 million accounts will exceed the personal savings allowance in 2024, marking a sharp increase compared to last year. This growing trend highlights the mounting financial challenges for savers, many of whom are unprepared for the tax implications of their increasing interest income. Experts have sounded the alarm, warning that unless proactive steps are taken, many savers may see their hard-earned returns eroded by taxes. One of the most effective measures available is shifting savings into tax-free individual savings accounts, or ISOs. These accounts provide a shield against taxation on interest, making them a valuable tool for anyone looking to maximize their returns. Despite their benefits, however, a significant portion of savers remain unaware of their eligibility or fail to take action until faced with an unexpected bill from HMRC. Compounding the issue is the government's decision to freeze income tax thresholds, which is driving millions of workers into higher tax brackets. This not only reduces the personal savings allowance but also increases the tax burden on savers. Those in the 40% higher tax bracket see their allowance halved from £1,000 to £500, while individuals entering the top tax bracket lose their allowance entirely, meaning all interest earned is taxable. By 2025, an additional 2.5 million workers are expected to move into higher tax brackets, further exacerbating the situation. The scale of the problem becomes even clearer when examining the figures. According to monitoring platform KCI, 6.1 million accounts are projected to generate over £1,000 in interest this year, compared to 5.3 million in October 2023. These numbers exclude ISOs, where interest remains tax-free, underscoring how many savers are at risk of being caught off guard. The challenge of managing savings across multiple accounts with varying interest rates only adds to the confusion, making it difficult for individuals to keep track of their liabilities. Alice Hain, a personal finance analyst at Best Invest, explains, "It's incredibly challenging for savers to monitor how much interest they are earning, particularly if they have multiple accounts with different rates. Many don't realize they've exceeded their allowance until they receive a tax bill. This lack of awareness often leads to financial shocks, especially for those who have carefully built their savings over the years, only to see their returns diminished by unexpected taxation. For savers facing these challenges, the message is clear. Take action now to protect your money. Consolidating funds into ISAs is a straightforward and effective way to safeguard interest from taxation. Additionally, financial advisors recommend regularly reviewing savings accounts to ensure they are yielding competitive rates and taking tax implications into account as part of an overall financial strategy. While these steps require some effort, the potential savings can be substantial, particularly in a climate of rising interest rates and increasing tax burdens. The current situation also raises questions about the effectiveness of the personal savings allowance, which was introduced in 2016 to simplify taxation for savers. Initially designed to remove many individuals from the tax net altogether, the allowance has not been adjusted to reflect inflation or changes in the economic landscape. As interest rates climb, more savers are being drawn into the tax system, contradicting the policy's original intent. Financial experts and advocacy groups are calling for the government to increase the threshold to better align with current conditions, but so far, there's been little indication of reform. Beyond individual savings, the broader economic context is adding pressure to households. Rising interest rates, while a boon for savers, have simultaneously increased the cost of borrowing. Families with variable-rate mortgages or personal loans are seeing higher monthly payments, stretching budgets already impacted by the rising cost of living. For savers, the additional income from interest often feels like a double-edged sword, as tax liabilities eat into their gains. The government faces growing criticism for its handling of these issues, with many arguing that clearer guidance and better public awareness campaigns are needed to help savers navigate this complex environment. Without action, millions could find themselves penalized for prudent financial behavior, undermining confidence in the savings system. Furthermore, calls for broader tax reform are gaining momentum, with advocates pushing for policies that incentivize saving rather than penalizing it. For now, the responsibility falls largely on individuals to stay informed and take measures to protect their savings. Whether it's opening an ISA, consolidating accounts, or seeking professional advice, savers must be proactive to avoid unexpected tax bills. While these steps can help mitigate immediate challenges, the need for systemic change remains clear. Policymakers must address the disconnect between current savings policies and the realities of today's economic climate to ensure the system remains fair and effective. The combination of frozen thresholds, rising interest rates, and outdated tax policies has created a challenging environment for savers in the UK. As the situation continues to evolve, staying informed and taking proactive steps will be key to navigating these uncertain times. Whether through individual action or broader reform, the goal must be to create a financial landscape that supports savers rather than penalizing them. For now, vigilance and preparation are the best defenses against the financial pitfalls ahead. Shifting from economic concerns to matters of diplomacy and tradition, there is growing speculation about a potential royal tour to the United States, led by King Charles and Prince William. The proposed visit is reportedly aimed at reinforcing the historic ties between the UK and the US, a relationship often referred to as a special relationship. According to senior government insiders, former US President Donald Trump, known for his vocal admiration of the British monarchy, might view this tour as a symbolic gesture of unity and respect, further solidifying diplomatic bonds between the two nations. Such a tour could carry significant weight in terms of public perception and international relations. Aligning the visit with the 250th anniversary of American independence in 2026 would provide a momentous backdrop, highlighting the long-standing evolution of relations between the two countries. This would mark the first U.S. visit by senior royals since Prince William and Princess Kate's trip to Boston in 2022 for the Earthshot Prize Awards. The event was well received and underscored the royal family's commitment to environmental causes, a theme that could be revisited during the prospective tour. However, the tour also has the potential to reignite public discourse surrounding the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, who now reside in California with their 2 children. Since their relocation to Montecito in 2020, the couple has largely distanced themselves from royal duties, focusing on independent projects and philanthropic work. While King Charles and Prince William's visit is likely to center on strengthening diplomatic ties, comparisons with Harry and Meghan's lifestyle and their perceived estrangement from the royal family are inevitable. Adding to this dynamic is the Sussexes' past involvement in U.S. politics. During the 2020 presidential election, Harry and Meghan publicly encouraged Americans to reject hate speech, misinformation, and online negativity, a statement widely interpreted as an indirect critique of Donald Trump. This drew criticism from Trump himself, who expressed his disapproval of the couple's perceived support for President Joe Biden. As the 2024 U.S. election approaches, the Sussexes have refrained from commenting publicly, but their historical stance could still cast a shadow over the royal tour, especially given Trump's continued influence in American political discourse. The potential visit also raises questions about the broader role of the monarchy in modern diplomacy. While the British royal family has traditionally been seen as a unifying and apolitical institution, their engagements often carry significant symbolic weight. A successful tour could reinforce the monarchy's relevance on the global stage, particularly in the context of an ever-evolving geopolitical landscape. For King Charles, it represents an opportunity to solidify his leadership and connect with a key international audience early in his reign. For Prince William, it is a chance to further establish his role as a future monarch, demonstrating continuity and stability in the royal family's approach to international relations. The proposed tour could include a variety of engagements, from state dinners and meetings with American leaders to public appearances that emphasize shared values and cultural ties. It might also serve to promote British initiatives, such as environmental sustainability, which remains a central theme in the royal agenda. This approach would not only strengthen diplomatic ties but also align with the interests of a younger, globally conscious audience, positioning the monarchy as an institution that evolves with the times. Yet, as with any high-profile royal visit, the tour is likely to attract scrutiny as well as admiration. Critics may question the costs associated with such a venture, particularly during a time of economic hardship for many. Others may view it as an attempt to overshadow the Sussexes or reassert traditional royal influence in a country where the monarchy has no formal role. Balancing these perceptions will be crucial for the success of the trip, ensuring that its primary focus remains on celebrating the enduring partnership between the UK and the US. Regardless of the challenges, the prospect of a royal tour to the US has already sparked considerable anticipation. With no formal plans confirmed yet, the idea continues to be a subject of discussion in both British and American media, reflecting the enduring fascination with the royal family and their ability to captivate audiences across the globe. The visit could serve as a reminder of the shared history and values that bind the two nations while offering a forward-looking vision of collaboration and unity in the years to come. As we await further details, it's clear that such a tour would carry both opportunities and risks. It represents a chance to strengthen bonds, celebrate shared achievements, and showcase the monarchy's role as a bridge between nations. At the same time, it requires careful planning and diplomacy to navigate the complexities of modern politics, public opinion, and familial dynamics within the royal household. Thank you for joining us today as we explore this fascinating topic and many others. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps us continue to bring you the latest updates and insights. Until next time, take care and stay informed. Goodbye.